You know, I always like to start the video off with a couple of questions for you guys to talk about in the comments. What do you guys think about this love triangle that they're trying to pull off? And who do you hate more? T-Lock, the bitch with the hat, or Ronald? I don't know, they're all competing for my hatred. And just like Cassie and Jerry are not competing for Lindor's love. It's like a love triangle where only like 1/3 of the triangle knows what's going on. I don't know. What do you think about that? I think they're trying to do a love triangle. Um, this episode was a little slow in my opinion, but maybe it's just because I watched it at 6 a.m. and I'm a little sleepy. But let me know what you think down below, as always. Hello, welcome back to my channel, fellow watchers of Big Sky on ABC. Um, we've had a venue change. Obviously, this is where I usually film. That's why I'm a day late, because I have things going on. I'm not crying. My eyes are watering because the fan is like, the ceiling is lower. The fan is hitting me right in my eyeball. So if I'm not weeping over how crazy and how crazy of a shit show this show is. I'm not weeping, I promise. And just my eye is watering. Anyway, there's so many people. They have a real knack on the show for creating villains that are just hateable. Just hateable. So the bitch with the cowboy hat, the bitch with the hat, T-Lock, and Ronald are all competing for my hatred right now. I just hate all three of them so much. I think that the bitch with the cowboy hat is so annoying. We'll get to her in a second. And then T-Lock is so annoying. She should have just kicked him in the balls. First of all, why wouldn't she have had the secret substances in her pocket? Third of all, why is her little best friend saying that they should sell drugs? I don't know. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. I'm here cozy in my sweater and I'm ready to get started. So let's start with Ronald and Twinny. So Twinny is Legarsky's twin. Every time he's on screen, all I can think is that his parents need to be in jail. The parents of Legarsky and the Legarsky's twin, the Legarsky twins. What is his name? I don't even remember either of their first names. This is just gonna be like Joe the dog all over again. So many of y'all were in the comments, Jim the dog, Jim the dog. I'm like, okay, I got it. Anyway, I got it now. I don't know Legarsky's name, first name, or the twins' name. I'm just gonna call them Legarsky twins. So Legarsky twin number 2, their parents need to be in jail. Their parents need to be in jail because I don't know what they did. They need to show like a flashback into Legarsky childhood because their parents need to be in jail. Both of their twins are crazy. Both of their twins are disturbed and deranged. And the parents bear some responsibility on that. When it's one bad apple in a household, that's bad luck. When it's 2 bad apples in a household, that's parents, okay? So someone needs to be in jail. Someone has to answer for something. And they're like rhetoric. And I'm joking, but also the rhetoric that he has of like, you know, evil and sin and da 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 da. There's some kind of brainwashing that happened in their childhood and they never got over that, okay? They've never gotten over it. And they are wreaking havoc around all over the world now because their parents were crazy. Now we all have to deal with them. Okay, anyway. So Ronald and Twinny, he's the alpha. He's the alpha. Now didn't Legarsky say something like that? I'm done. I don't care anymore. And then Ronald's like, where's Scarlett? Ronald has a hard time humbling himself. He definitely has a hard time humbling himself, that's for sure. You know, as someone who killed his own mom, yeah, he has a hard time humbling himself. And he won't humble himself to Legarsky's twin. So it is what it is. And then there's Scarlett. Why is Scarlett gardening in a goddamn Easter Sunday dress? Like, why is she gardening in this like light colored pretty, like you could wear that to Easter Sunday. Why is she wearing that to into the dirt? Whatever. I know it's just for the effect on the TV show. Whatever. I'm done. Moving on. I have Jenny here, and I have nothing written beside her name. That's how impactful her scenes were in this episode. And nothing that happened with her. She met up with that guy, and he was mad because she followed him to the hotel, and that's it. Like, what else did Jenny do? Nothing. She had some conversations with some people, but whatever. She didn't do that much. So now Cassie and Jerry, and they're on the case of the same case that everybody else is on, but from a different angle, because now the girlfriend is trying to find the boyfriend who was killed. I suppose that was the guy who was killed in the opening of the last episode. I don't care. Let's just move on. Let's talk about the bitch with the hat. Let's talk about the bitch with the hat. I'm done with her. She's obviously the villain because she's an asshole. Like, that's she's very hateable, like I said. And I'm saying, why did this dummy take this nice man's hat? You come into town. Okay, I get that we're supposed to be entertained by her shenanigans, but let's make sense of the situation. So you come into town and you act a fucking fool everywhere you go. Everyone's gonna know when something goes wrong. If one person sees you at a crime scene, everybody has seen you all around town. You see what I'm saying? You know, she's making too big of a splash. She's making too much, being too high profile. Because, you know, like you're not low key if everyone remembers you as being the rude bitch with the knife and the hat. You know, like in a small town, she's an idiot. I don't care. And the guy was just like, it's not for sale because it's my hat, but they sell them in stores, so you could probably get another hat. Anyway, and then I'm like, she's doing all this stuff to like be all tough and badass, blah 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 blah. And so I said she's obviously graduated from the Cheyenne School of Girl Bossing. Just doing a bunch of dumb shit to look tough. You know, like next she'll be screaming and people say this, rah. Remember Cheyenne, how she used to act up last semester. I said last semester, I mean last school year. Not last school year, last season. Goodness gracious. Can you tell that I work in a school and I'm going back to school? Can you tell? All I can think of is school years and semesters. God bless me. No. And speaking of girl boss, then she turns to her partner and is like, you look like a pedophile. You know, I'm like, girl, you work with him. You're both shady characters. So like, how are you criticizing him for how he looks? If you see the thing, it's because obviously I'm on a bed filming, so just deal with the shaky cam. Shaky cam realness. Shaky cam realness. Anyway, she said, you look like a pedo. And he should have said, and you look like a cunt. I'm so sorry. I don't usually have this level of salty language in my videos, but she just is, I'm just annoyed with her. I'm just done with her crap. I'm sorry. Let's get to the Forest Fun gang. Let's get to the Forest Fun friends. They got back to their natural habitat so they could yell at each other and squabble about who's spending money, who's going to the cops. And then he saw, but you know what? It's kind of good that he went to the cops because we needed to see. They now know that the cops are in on it. So it wasn't just him either. It was the other state trooper guy that was in on it. So there's a lot of corrupt cops in this little Montana town. And then the creepy guy, they immediately pepper sprayed him. And I'm like, I love that for you. I love that for the girls. Great job. Great job. Speaking of girl bossing, they immediately sprayed him. And it's like, but you know you were wrong. You know you were wrong. And you know you stole people's money. But you are pepper spraying folks. Okay, girl, do your thing. Do you, boo. T-Lock has to go. just like I said, when he was wrestling her and for the drugs, first of all, why didn't she have them already in her pocket? Come on now, girl. Second of all, she should have kicked him in the nuts. She should just kill him. She should just push him off a cliff. I'm so sick of him. I'm so sick of him. He needs to go. He needs to die. He needs to get out of town. Something needs to happen to him. I'm so done with T-Lock. I do not like grown men harassing teenage girls. I'm so mad about this character. I hate him so much. Just flames. Flames on the side of my face when I see this man's stupid ass. Let's get into the love triangle. No, I shouldn't have left this for last because this is actually one of the more interesting parts of the show, in my opinion. Love triangle. Love triangle. Okay. I don't know why I'm singing it. Lindor Truffles, Cassie, Jerry. Now, I said this last week. Is there supposed to be a love triangle? Because Jerry said in the last episode, oh, I think he's cute. And Cassie's like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, is there supposed to be a love triangle? People were like rumoring at the end of last season that they felt like there were vibes between the two of them. I don't know. I got like a mentor vibe from it. But now I feel like they're trying to make it a love triangle. So Jerry and Lindor Truffles are out having drinks. Huge drinks, by the way. And she was like, don't be a lightweight. And I'm like, sis, that's a gigantic drink. I don't drink like that. So maybe I'm a lightweight too. But when Jerry said she has a PhD in what men want, I'm like, what is that supposed to be a reference to? Is it supposed to be a reference to her own personal background or a reference to she used to be a little bit of a street walker? She used to do a little truck stop jobs, truck stop career, sex work. Just say it like that. Let me just say the proper word. It's actually less awkward to say sex work than whatever I'm saying. I'm so stupid. Can I just also say that it's 7 in the morning? Like, it's 7 a.m. Just ignore that I'm my own background. It's 7 a.m. and I'm just a little slap happy. I woke up at 6 and watched this because I couldn't go back to sleep because it's storming so hard outside. It's a dark and stormy day. You probably like, get on with it. Okay, so he asked her to go to drinks so he could ask her for advice for how to date Cassie. Now, what was he thinking? You're a grown-ass man. You ask another woman out to drinks to discuss another woman and how you want to date her. What? And then you see they're trying to make it a love triangle because Jerry's face looks disappointed. She was like, she did look disappointed. She's like, oh, this is about Cassie. You know, you can see in her face that she was disappointed. I'm just like, Lindor Truffles is such an idiot. God bless him. Bless his heart. What a dummy. Where's your dog at, babe? Just go home to your dog. Go home to Jim, okay? Go feed Jim the dog, okay? Like, you don't need a girlfriend right now. You're too stupid. That's all I have to say. I don't even know what to say. What do we think about this love triangle? What do we think about this? I don't even know what to say about it. Stay tuned for more because I've put together a little reaction clip of me. Stay tuned for fan fun at the end. If you're just a fan of the show, there's a little thing from Instagram. I'm gonna put a little clip in the end. Please enjoy. Other than that, see you next time. You see her with to lean way over to turn.
Wearing sunglasses at night.
So just in case you missed it, this is from Jesse's, who plays Jerry's, Instagram, where they had some big to do for Big Sky premiere. They forgot to invite me. I like fireworks. I like tent parties. They must have lost my number. Here's some more from the Big Sky Instagram. Yet again, I love parties, and my invitation must have gotten lost in the mail. All the work I do for this show. When do I get to go in the hot air balloon? Yet again, I love fireworks. Well, no one's wearing masks. I hope this state isn't a hot spot. Well, that's it. Just a little fan cam for you guys in case you missed it from Instagram.